Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Sunny Lee. And every week I say it's a busy week, and it usually is. Just taking care of the animals, keeping the house clean, cooking for everybody, and doing the YouTube videos pretty much makes a week pretty busy. But then some weeks you end up with appointments, meetings, unexpected things, curveballs that hit you out of right field, and weather that doesn't cooperate. And we've had all of that this week. We've had weather that's been rainy, which means you have to clean the floor more. We've had sick animals, which meant I had to do more medicine. Started last Saturday afternoon, I took Dusty out and noticed that she was rubbing her ear and looked at it, and it was bright red. So it was time to do some old-fashioned remedies, and I mixed some apple cider vinegar and water together, equal parts, and cleaned out her ears. And I did this twice a day for, I think, 5 days, and her ears was much better. Keep an eye on it, see if it reoccurs. But I had that extra thing to do. Plus, I was still giving medicine to Tiger, that kitty cat that had the upper respiratory infection. So I had to keep her separated from the other ones and give her medicine. So I had that going on. And Sunday was a fairly normal day. It was about the only day that was normal this week. We went to church, and then we all 4 of us got together and had lunch by eating out. And then that afternoon, our oldest son came down to visit, and he stayed overnight, and the next day he went to work that evening. And Monday was very, very busy. I went out to start planting in the greenhouse, the low greenhouse, and realized that the string lights we put up about 5 years ago, the little zip ties that were holding them together, have broken. So my husband and I, he did most of the work, restrung those lights, and then I watered the raised beds really well, and then I sowed turnips and beets and carrots and parsnip seeds. So then I've been going out and watering those every other day to keep them moist. Plus I have the seedlings started in the basement, which I have to water every other day and keep track of those. And we also moved some trellises from the low greenhouse to the high greenhouse and outside. And I moved the potting bench from the herb house to the low greenhouse. And I probably shouldn't have done that, because I found out later that my legs were hurting, and it took me until Friday to realize that moving that bench was probably what caused it all. So from now on, I think I'm going to ask for help when I have to move something that's super, super heavy. On Tuesday wasn't much better. I had planned on working outside, and it was on and off raining. Plus, I couldn't get my normal morning routine done because I looked out the window and our EMC men were out in the front yard. They were dropping off poles that they're going to replace the poles, and so I couldn't take Dusty out. And we knew of some meeting, and one of the ladies was going to come and talk to us, and I wanted to try to get her out before the lady came, and I just barely managed it. I think I had her out for like 20 minutes before she came. And she's come here before, but Dusty just hasn't made up with her yet. So for Dusty's safety and for her safety, I try to keep them separated. What else did I do? Oh, I was going to stay home because I knew Bill was going to take Chris in to get a mow removed. I was planning on staying home and doing some things around the house, but I wanted to work on the utility closet. I had ordered some new things to put in it to help organize it, and they had not come yet. So there wasn't any really reason for me to stay home. Plus my glasses were in. So we just decided to go and pick up my glasses, take him to the doctor's office, and then eat out before we came home. So got home, took Dusty out, was getting ready to come in and fix supper, and I noticed he was working with my truck. And he came, he goes, I'm going to take the truck in. I'll call you when I get there, and you can come pick me up. I go, okay. It was 5 o'clock. I usually start supper at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And we ended up picking up takeout and bringing home for us. And this meant the truck was in the shop to find out what was wrong with it. Well, Wednesday it was raining. So I couldn't do anything outdoors. My things had not arrived in from Amazon yet to work on the closet. So I decided I needed some distilled water for the dog, and I needed some other things. So I said, okay, I'll ride in with you. Well, we got to town, and that's when we got the phone call about the truck. And I'll admit, I've had this truck for 20 years, and it's been a good truck. And they told me that it was going to cost a mint to fix it. And I'm talking a lot of money, over $7,000. And that would be, I really loved this truck, and it hurt. I cried a little. I cried a lot. But I figured logic took over. I mean, it's like you would take and transplant a new heart into someone whose all other organs were failing. That's what this would have been with the truck. I could have put a new engine in it, but the heater wasn't working, the air conditioner wasn't working, the radio wasn't working, the brakes were giving me trouble, and logic prevailed, and I just said, no, we couldn't put that much money into the truck. And I think my husband kind of felt sorry for me, because we left the body shop and went straight to the dealership and started looking at trucks. Have you looked at trucks nowadays? I mean, they're all on steroids. I mean, they're big. I'm short, okay? I want something I can throw the feed sacks into the back of the truck and not have a stepladder to get them back out, or have to have super muscles to get them in. I mean, I could not even look into the beds of these trucks. That's how big they were. I mean, I don't want a big truck. I want a small farm truck. So we didn't find any trucks that were within our price range or within my standards. However, we did find 4 cars that met my criteria. Now, I have some strict criteria about cars. They have to be blue. I mean, anything but white. I'll take any other color but white. I don't want like a white car. They have to be cheap, and by cheap I mean under $30,000. Well, the 4 cars I looked at, only 2 met that criteria. They had to have good clearance, and they had to have a seat in the back that went all the way across with plenty of leg room. That way everybody could get in, and I could get the dog. It had to be easy for the dog to get into. So I found one little car. Actually, I found 2, but I found one that I really liked. Bill really liked it. Took it for a test drive. I no more and pulled out of the parking lot, and I knew this was the car I wanted. It was comfortable. It was easy to drive. It started up really quick. Had plenty of go power. And so I came home with a new car. Very surprised. Wasn't expecting it, but it met all my needs. So, and when I got home, all my stuff from Amazon was here. So, on Thursday, I managed to get the utility closet stuff put up, and now I have to do some spackling and refixing the wall because of the nail hose that I had in it, and also the adhesive that I had stuck on there from the things that are broken. They said to use the heat gun and hair dryer to soften that adhesive, and it could come right off. Well, it didn't. It pulled the paper off of the drywall, so I have to go and get some. I had to go Saturday and pick up some spackling compound so I can patch the little place where the 3 adhesive things were and repair those. And I figure I'll just repair all the little screw holes that I don't need anymore on the process. And then that afternoon we left and went to Columbus because Chris had a meeting that he needed to go to. So we just decided we'd go up there and go out to eat. So we did that. Friday we took the Jeep into the shop and we went grocery shopping. Now we're waiting to see what they have to say about the Jeep. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. We're just going in for a checkup and make sure everything is okay with it. And we haven't heard back from it and probably will not hear back until Monday on it. So that has been our week. It has been very, very busy. Been doing a lot of stuff. Got the video up for last week's cleaning and working on the video for next week's decluttering cleaning, which comes out on Wednesdays. I also did my country girl. It came out on Friday. And so I've been busy doing videos also. So check those out. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below how your week's been and what you think about the new car that I purchased. In the meantime, dream big, follow that dream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.